Go FCC!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very special edition of This Week in MLS. We are here in Cincinnati. We are joined by ESPN's very own Taylor Twellman. It is hot.
It is
hot. Really, really hot. But let's talk about why we are all here. You guys, FC Cincinnati coming to MLS. The announcement is made. Taylor, we were in Nashville together at that announcement. We saw the excitement in that city. Why is Cincinnati a good soccer town? Why is it a good fit here?
Susannah, that's an interesting question because when you look at the foundation of this club, it only started 3 years ago. 18 months ago to the day, they had a rally trying to convince the MLS brass and the MLS ownership committee, no, you should take us serious. People forget, Cincinnati's had their professional soccer teams. They've all failed. But Carl Linder III, his, I think, understanding of this city, growing up here, understanding it, President GM Jeff Birding, they did everything with FC Cincinnati right. Now, the fact is, this launch and this announcement today, it will have thousands of people. It is supporter-driven. It is organic. It is real. On top of that, you add a new stadium in West End. This is a home run. I was here for the Open Cup game last year. Everything they did in that Open Cup game surprised me. And when you think about expansion cities, if you would have asked me 3 years ago, Nashville and Cincinnati would have been them, I would have said out of the 12, they're probably 11 and 12. Completely off base. They are home runs, both of them. Cincinnati deserves to be in, and I think everyone's going to be pleasantly surprised when they open up here.
Taylor, it almost felt like they couldn't be ignored. Their play on the field against MLS team success in the Open Cup, and then also you just felt the groundswell of support. How much did that impact? Of course, the business side had to be right, but the fact that this community, this city got around the team in a way, and the product on the field as well.
Calen, it's because it's supporter-driven. For me, is why I think, very enthusiastic about FC Cincinnati. You can always say business metrics, and that's always a conversation right now in Major League Soccer with certain situations going on. But when you look at Cincinnati, it's supporter-driven. When you're drawing 30,000 at a college football stadium, and yet it's a USL game, something's right. Something is about it is organic, something is real. Guys, we're at a brewery. Like, you can't be more soccer-driven, fan-driven. I mean, we're at a brewery today with thousands of people. Fountain Square is going to have thousands of people televising this. This is real. And again, when that stadium opens up in West End, watch out. This is going to be an environment, I think, not only tops in Major League Soccer, but I think the U.S. men's national team and women's national team will be playing here regularly.
You said it. They're already killing it. They're killing it with attendance. You see the signage everywhere on the city. Like, this Cincinnati is soccer crazy. I cannot wait to come to a game here. I'm dying to experience it.
The Open Cup game was unreal. It was real, and it was awesome.
I mean,
Jesse Marsh called it the best environment he's coached or played in the United States.
It's really, really exciting. I just love these days. I get so excited. Just the growth of the game. I feel like we're a part of it. It's something. We're very lucky to be here. But you guys, this is This Week in MLS. We got to talk about.
So whose show is this, by the way? Is it yours? Is it yours? Whoa, my bad.
It depends who you ask, Taylor. That's a good question, actually.
I'm kidding. We share the love.
Give and take, but a little.
That's why I'm in the middle, by the way.
It was very strategic placement of Taylor Twellman. But yeah, let's talk about some of the games that we saw over the weekend. And Taylor, as our esteemed guest, I'm going to let you go first.
New England, Vancouver. I think anytime you score 3 goals on the road, and obviously the viewers at home are thinking I'm picking my former club, and guess what? I am picking my former club. But I've been pleasantly surprised by Brad Friedel and what he's done. Obviously, he's pushed the right buttons. If you're not on board, he doesn't care how much money you make or whether or not you fit the system. It's what he wants to do, high press, get after teams. It's been impressive, but Brad Friedel was upset after the game, and he's 100% right. You score 3 goals on the road, you have to win that game. I think, quite honestly, they were lucky to even get a point because Vancouver had their chances at the end. Felipe hit the post, Kai Kamara. But when I look at this New England side, they're going to get after teams. But this week, they host Atlanta midweek, a rested Atlanta United. I think this could be a rude awakening for this team defensively. But I do like, so far 3 months in, what Brad Friedel has done with the Revolution.
Team. Good one.
Love
Calen.
It. Yeah.
Let me guess. The Houston Dynamo.
Well,
this is the forward.
I thought it was a safe space to do former clubs, indulge a bit.
Ones that won MLS Cups against me. That's cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know why you don't want to talk about Houston Dynamo.
No, it's good. Awesome.
But yeah, no, Houston was the story for me. I mean, going to playing at home actually against NYCFC, and look, when this team has now won, they're unbeaten in their last 4. When you see them stack up against the Eastern Conference, which everyone says is the best conference in MLS, Atlanta United came to Houston, first game, what happened? 4-0. New York City, the other top team in the East with Toronto on the downslide right now, 3-1 at home. And it's been Wilmer Cabrera. He has been fantastic for this club, giving them a new identity. Albert Elise now has 7 goals. And
We love him.
The Black Panther.
the Black Panther, La
I love the
Panterita,
mask.
yeah, no, it's so much fun.
They're good, dude.
They are really good, and I got to give a little bit of a shout out. We do shout outs on the show.
Oh,
you know.
cool.
It's
Lots
cool
of
like that. So,
shout-outs. Lots of
yeah,
shout-outs.
Boniek Garcia. He has looked revitalized this year. Such an excellent player to play with in my time there, but his defensive effort in this one and the week before against Chicago on the road has created 2 goals and probably 6 points for this club right now. So one of the best stories. Look a little bit under the radar as far as the top teams in the
They're
West.
under the radar, dude.
Okay, so we're all such like hometown homers. I'm going to talk about the Chicago Fire, who went on the road, picked up a 2-1 win over Atlanta.
You're the
which
only
is-
person that wants to talk about the Chicago
Listen,
Fire.
anytime I can talk
Oh,
about
yeah, you
Chicago
played there
Fire,
too. My bad.
Oh, this just
I
got
get
ugly.
Christmas cards
This
every
just
year
got
from
ugly.
Fire fans with me losing my 4th MLS
Time
Cup.
out, time out, Taylor. Anytime we can talk about Alan Gordon scoring an absolute banger as the game winner,
On his
then I am
72nd birthday,
down.
too.
Then
What a
I-
goal. What a goal.
I am down. No, this was a huge result for
Great
Chicago,
result.
who've been, it hasn't gone well for them this season so far. I'm more concerned about Orlando in this
Agreed.
one because they went through that stretch, right? We saw them win 6 games in a row, and all of a sudden we're like, it's all coming together. Don Dwyer's scoring goals, like the cohesion is there, and suddenly they've hit this stretch where they're playing good teams and they're not getting the results. They're dropping points at home. They now have to go on the road against NYCFC. It's not getting easier for Orlando, and suddenly a team that I was a few weeks ago talking about as maybe being one of the elite in the East aren't looking that way.
No, in a few weeks ago on MLS Rewind on ESPN Plus, I literally said Orlando City's the one team that I can't figure out. I cannot figure out because one week they look like world beaters, and then the next week they look like arguably the worst team in the Eastern Conference.
Okay, so typically on this show, Taylor, we had this segment called "Did You See That?" and then we talk about like something funny or cool that happened from the week. But our "Did You See That?" this week is the big announcement that.
Wait, I feel like we should have him do the "Did You See That?"
Should we have him?
what
do
do
it?
I-
Well, so
wait,
Simon
what do I
Borg,
do?
usually we have a button and Simon Borg
I'm
pops
not in
up.
Simon Borg's class.
No.
He's way above me.
But he usually screams and he goes, "Did you see that?" I feel like
Yeah.
if anybody, I've seen this.
Didn't I do that enough about the U.S. national team?
I feel like
Let's
I've
do
seen
it.
you do this
So
before.
what am I doing?
Just say-
Did you see that?
There it is.
There it is. Yes.
Good job.
Did I
That's
do
right.
it?
FC
Yeah,
Cincinnati.
that was great.
Welcome to MLS.
Pay me double.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to announce that Cincinnati, Ohio is officially granted the newest expansion club in Major League Soccer. Welcome, FC Cincinnati. They almost had us from hello. You know, the fan support, their incredible brand and what they've been able to do in the USL with record crowds and, most importantly, solid ownership from the very beginning. Carl Lindner and his family are deeply connected in the community. They love the sport, they love Major League Soccer, and they really love the city. So you check all those boxes and it's a pretty good formula for success.
Well, Jeff, you certainly look the part of a Cincinnati supporter. How amazing is this day for you as a fan after all the work and effort that has been put in to finally be an MLS team?
It feels great. I'm actually a transplant coming down here from another area of the country. So I wanted to see a team be started from the ground up. And I fed into the passion that a lot of the players had, a lot of the fans had here. And it was great that we got Carl and Jeff and everybody that really believed in our spirit, believed in our passion. I'm glad they all were on the same level. And I hope that we can show everybody what we're made of this year so that next year they know what they're coming, that we're coming to show them.
It means a lot. It means a lot to our community, to our supporters, to everyone that's really kind of united together to make FC Cincinnati what it is. And it's a great honor to be part of the MLS.
To go from no team at all a couple years ago to getting into Major League Soccer is really helping to expedite our city's renaissance. And to join this prestigious league is really going to, I think, make Cincinnati a better place to live, work, and play.
I think there are very few places in our country where soccer and Major League Soccer won't succeed, but there's something about what this city represented. You know, it has a very ethnic culture. It has an ownership group that really believed in trying to create another Major League team in addition to baseball and football that could represent the future, perhaps, of the city.
We're all just ecstatic that it's finally here in Cincinnati. I think we're all ready for the growth here. I'm a big soccer fan. I played soccer for about 10 years. I coach soccer now. And I'm just pumped to have the biggest and the best here in Cincinnati.
Well, it's just been awesome thus far. I mean, I know for a lot of the people in Cincinnati, they love this sport here, and it's just been awesome seeing it grow. And now we got the announcement today, so it should be even better. So I'm really excited for them. I'm excited for the city and for the people.
I went to one game, and just the passion of all the fans, the passion of the team as a whole, like, they were incredible. And it just was something that drew me in as a whole, because it was so wonderful.
We've embraced the power of sports to unite people, to bring people together. You know, life is hard, and we bring wonderful times, fun, good memories. You know, we accept that responsibility as a club. One of our people said we're a club with a soul, and I think that sums it up pretty well.
Cincinnati is big enough for soccer!